Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 22 of Scrap-O-Ween, and it is Sketchy Saturday. We're playing along with 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and this is our sketch today, created by Katy Taylor. And oh, how fun is this? There's so much going on, and there's journaling in unexpected places, so I'm excited to give that a try. I've got my pictures here and the collection that I'm probably going to be using. So let's get started. To map my layout, I've picked out this purple star paper from a collection called Happy Halloween from Echo Park. And I'm going to use this white cardstock here. It's just a basic white cardstock. And I'm going to trim it down just a little bit on two sides so that I can have just a little bit of the purple peeking out. And then for the next layer on the sketch, I'm using this absolutely gorgeous floral from the Spooky collection from Pebbles. And I'm going to trim it down as well, and it is just so pretty. I just absolutely love it. The little candy corns that's on it, and the spider webs that are in gold, so they shimmer and shine. And of course I didn't trim it down to the right size the first time, so I had to go back and trim it some more. And then for the next layer, the next big layer on the layout, I'm going to use this orange with, it's kind of like a grid pattern, tone on tone. I love this paper. It is great for being able to journal on, although I don't do any journaling on this one. And I wasn't exactly sure how wide I wanted it to be, so I trimmed off a little, like about 5.5 inches, I think. But that ended up being not wide enough for me, so I pulled out the other side and trimmed that down, and it's perfect. And then there's two places where there's some little paper layers tucked in on the right hand side. And so I'm going to use these papers here from the 6x8 paper pad. And because we're on a ride at Six Flags called Monster Plantation, I wanted to use this paper with all of little houses on it. And then this one I picked out because it's a diagonal stripe. And you can't go wrong with diagonal stripes. And it's really different from the floral that it's going to be sitting on. Now in the sketch, this particular layer that I'm going to be using this one for, it's kind of notched like a big ticket, but I don't have anything to make that with, so I decided instead to just punch out a little border. So to go with the theme of the plantation or the mansion feel, I'm using this one that's kind of, well, I guess it's kind of like a lace. I don't know how you would describe it, but it's a little scallop with some lines in the scallop. And then the next layer that I'm using the house paper for, it looks like a big, not parentheses, what's the name of that other, oh, I can't think of the name of that. Oh well, I can't think of the name of the punctuation that looks like, but brackets. Is that it? Is it a bracket? Well, something like a bracket. It's a really frilly bracket. But I used that other one that actually makes that shape, but it's small. So it's more like a border instead of just one big fancy bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and tape down my paper here, and I just put my ATG down one side, and then that way I can line up my paper how I want it before I totally commit. And then I just go in and run some more along the sides that needs it, so then I can lay it down nice and flat. And there we go. Oh, that's so pretty. That's pretty just like that. Now I'm just going to cover most of it up. So I've got this down, and I love the orange, the shade of oranges in this collection is so pretty. I love it. It has this a little bit brighter orange here, and then that deep reddish orange. It's so pretty. So here's my little houses. I'm going to get that tucked in. And then I'm going to get my stripes tucked in. And this kind of reminds me of maybe like on a Victorian house, how around the porch it has the, what do they call that? There is a name for that stuff. Is it gingerbread? I think they call it gingerbread. Well, anyways, we don't need to get off on that tangent. So here I have got a series of photos of this really scary, spooky face. And in this particular ride, it's a little boat ride. So you're sitting in a little boat and you're floating along. And you see all these monsters having this big like picnic thing. And as you go along the ride, you get to a point where there's supposedly a fork and you're supposed to go right, but of course the boat goes to the left, and like the little sheriff guy, he's there and he's, you know, telling you don't go that way, don't go into the dark woods or whatever it's called, because that's where all of the monsters are that like to eat people. So as you go through that part, there's like this wall of fog that comes up. And as the wall of fog starts to get thicker and thicker, this face appears. And so this is the series of photos I took as the face began to appear. And then, of course, the boat goes right through that mist and through that face. And I think that's a lot of fun. So here I've got a little house up at the top, because in my sketch there's some little banners hanging down, and I put a little monster up there with the house. And then I have these two little monster guys who are adorable and don't look like they would eat people at all. So I put them down. Let's see. And then I've got my title down called The Face of Monster Plantation. And now I'm putting my journaling down. I wish that I wrote that fast, but no, I've sped it up quite a bit. But I just say, one of the things I look forward to in the Monster Plantation is the face in the mist. It's so cool to see it take form the closer and closer we get, and then disappear as we go through the mist. I need to figure out a way to recreate it at home, because I think it would make an awesome Halloween decoration. Next time we go, I'll have to look closely at how it works. Hey, I finished reading it before I finished writing it. So I get that finished up, and next I'm going to use some of these brads here. They're from Doodlebug. I've had them for quite a while now, and they're several different sizes. So I'm looking through to find the sizes that I want, and I have picked out orange, black, and purple. So I've got, of course, my main color in this layout is the orange. But then there is just that pop of purple that's around my photos. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that loud muffler. What is it with people in loud mufflers? A total side note, but that's so aggravating. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Back to the layout. So I've picked out the purple, what am I talking about? Brads. That's it. I picked out the purple brads to just get a little bit more purple in there. And the last thing that I'm going to do is use my mica stains. Absolutely. And it's going to be in the purple, which I can't remember the name of right at the moment. Is it Magic Elixir? No. Something Elixir? Oh no, I can't remember. I better not say. But I'm going to get that sprinkled around everywhere in the three corners, in the three spots where I have my little monsters on the page. And then that is going to do it. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's the last thing that I do. So I hope you are enjoying the season. I hope you're enjoying this series. And I hope you're making lots and lots of fun Halloween memories, spooky memories. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.